Hello and welcome to Martin's Money Mutterings. This week's headlines: how to get cheap hotels whether it's in the UK or worldwide. New, go quick, £1,000 dental accident cover totally for free. Warning! Gas and electricity, they're going to be able to lock you in very soon to a contract. You need to act now to stop it happening too quickly to you. Home insurance, Norwich Union said prices are going up by 10%. How to beat that? Mortgage exit fees, another reminder, this one from the FSA, reclaim, reclaim, reclaim. Anyone who's switched mortgage in the last 6 years. British Airways and Virgin, they were fined. Can you get your money back? I'll be telling you how to try. And I'll be telling you why I've got this waiting behind later. Right, hello, this is Martin's Money Mutterings. Self-evidently, I'm Martin. What's the score? Simple. Each week I send an email from the site. In that email, loads of ways to save money. What's this? It's a video or audio commentary that goes with it. I'm going to talk you through the things, but whoa, don't think you can just sit there and listen or watch me. No, I won't be having none of that. Thank you very much, having. I don't know where that word came from. I won't be having any of that. I won't be that. Anyway, moving swiftly on. The key is, you've got to have the email in front of you. So go to moneysavingexpert.com/latest tip so that it's sitting there in front of you if it hasn't been emailed. But make sure you're on the email list if you're not getting it. Right, what's this all about? Let's start with hotels. I'm going to go through this one quite quickly. There's always been a cheap flights article on the site and it includes a little bit about getting cheap hotels. But I've totally expanded that and really gone into the hotel booking process. This is how it works. First of all, take the star system, throw it out the window. It's a nonsense. It's no standardisation anywhere. It means nothing. Although if you are going to use it as a rough guide, remember, hotel stars are not about quality. Big mistake. Lots of people think that. They're about the facilities that the hotel has. The higher the star, the more facilities, not the better the hotel is. Right. The first thing you really need to do is find the hotel that you want anywhere in the world. Best way to do that, frankly, is just one website, TripAdvisor, unbeatable. Lots of reviews and ratings on there. Read about the different hotels that you're looking at. Now, if you want to know, hold on, I need to know which hotels to go for in the first place. I'm going away to a foreign city for a holiday. What should I be doing? Best place is just go on the travel broker sites like Expedia or eBookers and look at the hotels they have. Sometimes they have special offers and see what's available in your area. Then plug it into TripAdvisor. And TripAdvisor will tell you whether it's good or bad. Personal anecdote. I went away a few months ago looking for a hotel and I managed to source this amazing hotel suite. Absolutely incredible. Plasma TVs here and there, 2 bathrooms. Stunning, stunning suite. Should have cost about 400 quid a night. But I'd found it when I was looking for around £100 a night. It was a nice holiday we were meant to be going on. I couldn't believe it. Where does this come from? Why is it so cheap? So I went onto TripAdvisor and discovered that there were building works next door. There was a massive building project. It was noisy during the day. Well, we were going there mostly over the weekend when there wasn't building work. So it made no difference to us and we still got the cheap price. Booked it, had a fantastic holiday. It's that type of information that you need to make a rational consumer decision. Then what do you do? Well, simple. You use the hotel comparison services. Never assume one hotel's price is going to be the same everywhere. It doesn't work that way. One hotel in Marbella I checked for 2 weeks while researching the article. The price difference on the websites and on its own website, which was one of the most expensive ones, was between £1,400 for a fortnight and £2,200 for a fortnight, just depending on how you booked it. Same room, same hotel, same time. This article will tell you how to cut the cost, plus loads of tips for dirt cheap hotels in the UK, how to cut the cost of hostels, or even how to stay on somebody else's couch. Right, now, and I don't just mean go and bit of romancing them and raise your eyebrow like I do. None of that, that's not what we're talking about. How to get a nice, legitimate, you stay on my couch or in my country, I'll stay on yours otherwise. I should shut up and carry on. Right, next one. Tesco's is giving away, first come first served, free dental accident cover. The key word here is accident. This is not, oh, I've got bad teeth, I need to go to the dentist. This is, had an accident, I need emergency surgery on my teeth. How do I get private cover? So it's not the biggest policy in the world, but it is totally free. Why? Because it wants to flog you its mainstream private dental cover on top. But you don't need to do that. You can simply call up, get the free dental accident insurance, which lasts a year. So you should. Even if you're an NHS dentist, this means if you have a mistake, you can have it done more quickly and some more expensive fillings without it costing you anything over the next year. Go grab it, no question. That's it. Number 3 on my list, lock-ins. The energy regulator Ofgem last week told gas and electricity providers that the current system, which means they can only lock you in for a month, you have to give them a month's notice before you leave, is out the window. Now they can lock you in, it's not actually specified, we assume it'll be around a year, it could be up to 18 months. So you sign the contract and you're stuck with them. The argument for this is that the electricity and gas providers are saying, look, we want to make everybody energy efficient and we can't afford to do that. No, we can't afford to do that unless we can keep these customers for at least a year and then we know we can afford to give them good gas and electricity stuff. Yeah, let's have a look at British Gas's enormous profits it's just made. I'm sure it couldn't afford to give out these any other way. But it's not for me to question the regulator. I'm questioning. But it's made this decision and we're stuck with it. None of them have yet introduced the lock-ins, but bet your bottom dollar they're coming quick. What does this mean? This means right now, it's a good time to switch anyway. You need to do a comparison to see if you can save. If you can save, you need to switch and switch now before you end up signing in for a lock-in for a year. These lock-ins will come in and they'll come in quickly, but you might just get under the curtain and give yourself another year of being able to switch if your provider ups its prices, so you've got no choice. What's next on my leaf list? Home insurance. Last week, partly on the back of the flooding, but also general conditions, Norwich Union said its home insurance policies were going up by an average 10%. And it's likely everybody else will be following to an extent too. What do you do? Well, you just have to go out and use the correct system for getting the cheapest cover. As per normal, it's using the 3 screen scrapers, Money, Supermarket, Confused, and Compare the Market, which take your quote and zip them to other websites, take the information, bring it back, give you all the quotes. Then once you've done that, if they haven't beat your price, you go to one of the 4 companies that are offering cash back if they can't beat your renewal. Churchill's just launched a new one, it's the biggest, 75 quid. And see, so if you haven't beaten your renewal price, then you're guaranteed that you will at least get 75 quid off your renewal price using those cashback operators. Dead easy to do, good time to check your home insurance right now before the prices go up, because you'll be locking in for a year. What's next? Mortgage exit fees. Done this before. It's so easy. It works like this. If you paid off your mortgage in the last 6 years or moved to a new lender, your mortgage company almost undoubtedly owes you money. Why? Because it would have said in your contract you have to pay us 50 quid when you leave or switch lender. It would have probably charged you 250 quid, justifying it by a notice of variation. We can vary it as and when we choose. Well, you can't. The regulator says so. You can't, you can't, you can't. So no. So now they have to give us back the difference. This is how easy it can be. Read the article first, but it's as simple as this. Hello, is that my mortgage lender? Yes, it's your mortgage lender. Right, I want my mortgage exit fee back when I left you. Oh, do you? So you're an old customer? That's correct, I'm an old customer. What do you want to claim back? I don't know at the moment. Can you tell me what was in my contract? Yes, it said 50 quid. Okay, can you tell me what you actually charged me? Yes, it said £250. All right, I'd like the difference back. Why would you like the difference back? Well, I'd like the difference back because the FSA says I'm entitled to it. Give me my money. They'll give you your cash. That's it. Simple. Finally, almost. British Airways and Virgin fined massively last week. Well, Virgin wasn't fined, but they were both involved in price fixing, agreeing their fuel surcharges. Now, I was sitting watching this on the news nice and carefully, like anybody else does, and hearing that BA was being fined, Virgin wasn't because it had dobbed BA in. And my phone started ringing, and lots of journalists kept calling saying, "Are you going to launch a campaign to reclaim BA and Virgin?" I hadn't even thought of it myself, but I got 8 calls from national newspapers in the day. So eventually, I've blogged on how you would do it. It's questionable whether you should, because the argument is they didn't actually make the prices falsely higher. They just were anti-competitive because they agreed what the prices would be. But still, you might want to have a go, and if you do, I've written a very brief guide in my blog as exactly how you could go about trying to reclaim if you want to. And finally, there's a new thing on the bottom of the tip this week. It's going to be every week. It's called Free Game of the Week. I know lots of people like it, so we're going to try and find the best free web game for you. Now this week, remember this, is because it's a web game of how far you can get your paper plane to go on the web. It's a web paper plane. I don't know how you can have a web paper plane. If it was a web plane, it wouldn't be a plane because it wouldn't fly anywhere, but it's a web paper plane and it works that way. Anyway, I've made mine here. It goes like this. I hope you save some money. We're in an enclosed space. That went about 2 meters. How stupid was that? But I knew you wouldn't be able to see it because you're on camera. Bye.